Hey Southwest, I'm Bailey Spencer.
And I'm Courtney Hafner. Thanks for tuning in to our February show.
Today we're going to take a look at a few new things happening in our school.
But first, let's dive into how one small choice made a huge impact for this Southwest team.
Ever since Blue Valley Southwest has been open, Arvo McElroy has coached the boys and girls swim teams to victory. However, when it came time for him to retire, it left an open spot for an unlikely runner to fill his shoes.
I had always thought in my head that, I don't feel like I could ever be a head cross-country coach or a head track coach because I don't know everything there is to know about cross-country and track. But I always thought, hey, I think swimming, I could do it.
While Miss Belleville was confident of her ability to coach swim, one senior was not too sure what to expect.
I at first was a little annoyed because it's going to be my senior year, and I figured having Arv for one more year would be good.
But Wallace quickly realized that
Coach Belleville, when she came in, has been probably the greatest thing that we've needed.
a lot of hard work has gone into this transition between cross-country and swim.
I've done a lot of research on all of the different strokes and techniques and knowing how to implement different race strategies and practice strategies.
She's done things that I haven't seen any other teams in the state do. Everyone on our team is below 30 seconds in our sprints, which is really phenomenal.
By implementing the skills and policies she learned through her two previous coaching jobs, Miss Belleville has significantly impacted her swimmer season.
I feel like I've been a better leader to the team because she's kind of put that role on me, and my goals that I thought I wouldn't be able to achieve are actually more possible now.
Even in the face of change, the boys are still seeking success in the road to state through Miss Belleville's coaching standards. Reporting for Wolfbyte TV, this has been Brady Sorbin and Evie Peterson.
Whether it's faculty or students, Southwest is fortunate to have so many leaders at our school.
Next up, let's find out about some new decisions a few of those leaders are making.
Sweetheart has always consisted of dates, dancing, and dresses. But this year, Southwest Stuco has decided to turn things upside down.
We found out that in the past, Southwest had their dances in the commons. And none of the classes have ever experienced it before. None of the classes have seen a dance in the commons. Most schools do it in the gym. So we thought, why not try something new? We don't know what to expect. We just want to appeal to the student body's needs. And we're hoping that the commons does just that.
Curious to see how different it's going to be. I like that it's not as a big of space, but we'll see, I don't know.
I'm hoping there's not as much light around the edge. It's just going to push everyone closer together, make it like a bigger group instead of everyone all spread out, but I think it'll make the experience better.
Many students without dates may still be skeptical about attending the dance.
You don't need a date to go to Sweetheart. I know it's called Sweetheart and you're pressured, there's this pressure to have a date, but you don't need a date, you just need to have fun and go with your friends. You don't get these years back, why not go to your dances? Why not enjoy this time with all your friends together and celebrate something bigger, our school, our spirit, our pride.
So T-Wolves, come spend a night in Hawkins and enjoy some sweeter things. Reporting for Wolfbyte TV, this has been Reagan Vaquero and Paige Peterson.
I'm excited to see how those changes will affect our student body.
However, those are not the only changes trying to be made here at Southwest in an attempt to keep our school greener.
Have you heard the rumor that Southwest doesn't?
Yes.
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 Yes, I have.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's just conspiracy theory.
Well, I heard that rumor too. Apparently what happens is it doesn't get picked up regularly. It's important to me. I don't know that the students feel the importance.
I recognize that we're all human, but I feel like we can all do a better job at protecting our environment and taking better care of it, because we only have one Earth and one chance, as those men say.
Here at Southwest, we pride ourselves on being the greenest school in the area. But when it comes to making the greenest decision, are we up for it?
Now, does everything get recycled in the building? No. I mean, I think my message to students about recycling is that you may not think that you throwing away, let's say, a plastic water bottle makes a difference, or throwing away a piece of paper, but it actually does.
I would encourage the students to not idle their cars outside, try and carpool if they can to help the environment out that way. But within the school, I'd say just put it in the recycling bin.
So whether you're in your home or out and about or in the school, remember to think cautiously about what you throw in the trash. Reporting for Wolfbyte TV, this has been Ethan Pate and Audrey Renner.
It's so refreshing to see an underclassman making a difference in our school by teaming up with a teacher.
And that reminds me of one junior here at Southwest. Next up, you'll be seeing how straying away from the typical graduation path can make a difference in your future.
Graduating early. It's a different path that might be right for some of us. However, it's a tough decision that asks the tough question.
Are you ready? Are you ready to be a 17, 18-year-old on your own?
For Liana Teague, she knew for a while that her answer was yes, making this her last year at Southwest.
I am graduating in December, but I will be leaving Kansas in August. I wanted to say that I've had more than just Johnson County under my belt when I applied to colleges.
Through her passions for her faith, Liana has found a way to make more of her senior year.
Kanakuk was originally a Christian sports camp, so they created a 9-month program called Link Year where kids spend in between high school and college.
And while it's brought a sense of independence, she will have to learn to adjust to her new surroundings.
It's a big leap because you completely remove yourself from everything that you're comfortable in and you immerse yourself in a whole new world.
So Southwest, if you're ready to take the next step, here's what you can do.
The first thing that you have to do is talk to your counselor, and I took online classes over the summer to get rid of extra credits. It's a really big step, but with all the support I've gotten, it's become a lot easier to do.
I think that she's very well prepared. I think she has absolutely thought through the whole process.
And maybe it's because she's from Kansas, but Liana knows there's no place like home.
I will be able to attend the senior picnic, the opening, the time capsules, and I'll be walking with my class. So those like hallmark senior moments I'll still be having.
So talk to your counselors and see what the path looks like for you. Reporting for Wolfbyte TV, this has been Claire Boomer and Lauren Golick.
I'm glad Liana is able to use real-life experiences to grow as a student.
However, students who aren't graduating early are still able to expand their education through real-life experiences.
As the semester begins again, students are coming back willing to learn, but the district is now calling for more project-based learning, and it's making quite an impact, especially for one Southwest teacher.
Big balance of power day. It's not enough to know Germany and Italy have now unified. It really puts pressure on me to up my game because I really have to know all my material inside and out, not just what's going to be on the test.
Although the task is difficult, the outcome is proven to be worth the work.
It helps all students learn how to problem solve more because you're actually doing a project, you're working with other people, and so it helps you more be able to relate it to other classes in your life rather than just social studies.
Even with an unconventional classroom, Bishop has found a way to take learning one step further.
I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I try to utilize the lessons of history that are evident throughout Star Wars to really drive home some of the points that we try to make.
In this untraditional setting, Bishop hopes that students can connect to the learning with things they already know and enjoy.
The kids today are different than they were 30 years ago, and so the way they learn has developed and changed over time. I mean, this generation is the smartphone generation. So utilizing, new styles of learning that the kids are growing up with now and not being afraid to change and experiment and try new things.
These projects allow them to be more invested and interested in the class rather than just having to write an essay or do a ton of worksheets.
Learning doesn't have to just be on pen and paper. Look for the hidden meanings inside your screens. Reporting for Wolfbyte TV, this is Alec Augustine and Brooke Dempster.
Technology is one of the wide varieties of ways to express ourselves as individuals.
But in doing so, it can also be used in a way as traditional as a spoken language.
تعرفت على العربي وضلت بمخي فهلا فيني احكي عربي وانجليزي.
1 in every 5 Americans speaks a foreign language at home, and sisters Huda and Nejwa speak one of 350 languages spoken in the U.S.
تشوفي عالم بيحكوا إسبانيا وبيحكوا فرنساوي. Rarely do you find anyone that speaks Arabic unless they come from an Arab-speaking family.
Unfortunately, over time, bilingual teenagers like Huda and Nejwa often involuntarily lose their second language.
بحس إنه عربيتي اتقللت أنا عم بكبر، بس بدي خليها بمخي لأنه هي لغة الدين تبعنا، فبدي أعلمها لأولادي. قررت إنه لما بروح على الجامعة بدي أتعلمها بالجامعة، منشان لما بجيب أولاد فيني أعلمهم العربي مثل ما علموني.
يعني إنه أنا بدي أولادي بيعرفوا عربي، وأنا بشوف إنه أنا الوحيدة يلي بعرف عربي، وعربي ملا كتير عالم ملا بيعرفوها كتير.
However, both girls still plan on preserving their languages and passing them on to future generations.
It's really a beautiful language and it's really different from other ones. مهم إنه نخلي العربي معنا ونعلمها لأولادنا والعالم اللي حيجوا بعدنا.
Reporting for Wolfbyte TV, this has been Marcus Hedstrom and Maruk Jamal.
Although the majority of our school communicates in English,
communication through music is just as important.
Music is a part of everyone's life. Whether it's through a radio, at a school dance, or even humming on the streets, music makes its way into everyone's daily routine. But with a quick-paced lifestyle, many people don't think twice about how a favorite pastime impacts the creator.
My favorite part of music is that, contrary to popular belief about pop songs and stuff you hear on the radio, there are so many different things that go into the science of music. It's certainly a rush, especially when you've worked hard enough to the point where you can create really solid music. Getting the opportunity to just come up with chords and versions is definitely my favorite form.
Everyone is familiar with the many music classes Southwest has to offer, but does our student body realize how integrated music really is? A band member may be closer than you think.
My friends and I were all super awkward. I mean, at first I liked punk music that was pretty terrible. When we were probably 14, my friend could play the piano, my friend could play the drums, my friend thought he could sing, he could not, and I could play a few notes on a bass guitar, and so we were like, let's make a band. I fell backwards into this really terrible screamo band, but it wasn't probably until I was 18 or 19 that I was like, oh, we're actually writing decent music.
So how does someone make the transition from hardcore screamo vocalist to a well-spoken English teacher?
Sort of in a posery kind of way, a lot of the vocalists that I looked up to had taught English at one point or another, so I was like, well, if I'm going to be a legit vocalist, then I have to teach English too. So it was kind of like a persona thing at first, but then I had a really good English teacher my junior year of high school. I would say for a lot of people that are in music, there's never a shift away from it. It wasn't that I ever wanted to stop playing music. It was just the route that we were taking, it was really risky. And so I was like, I don't know if I can give up a future for a 5-year, maybe fun run, but then just crippling student loans.
Regardless of how one decides to pursue their career in music, every musician can relate to one thing.
And when I got to high school, I would not have any of the friends that I have now without it.
When I look back on it, when we were close and we were just enjoying that time together, that meant more than a time when we're up there feeling really far from each other and playing for 300 people. It just felt hollow.
Reporting for Wolfbyte TV, this has been Morgan Young and Grace Davis.
Whether it's written or spoken words, the Southwest community is growing connections left and right.
Thanks to these connections, we can grow our education.
Well, T-Wolves, this concludes today's show. Make sure to follow our social media sites shown to the left of the screen.
Thanks for watching.